So, Chelsea 1, Manchester City 0. Unfortunately, it wasn't the quadruple wasn't to be. How are you feeling?
To be honest, like, I didn't expect to win a quad. I think it's never been done before for a reason. It's very difficult to juggle 4 competitions just because of the actual, it's both the mental and the physical side. Like, the mental side is in your head, you've got to prioritize certain competitions and you've got to sort of refresh the squad every week. And it kind of puts you in situations like Man City were with Leeds, where we had to put out a weakened side against Leeds and then they beat us. And, you know, if we play a full strength squad, we probably win that game. And then, you know, we're looking at winning the league in the next 2 weeks. Whereas now it's not looking like that because of what we had to do. So I think it's very difficult. I think our players look very tired against Chelsea. It's not an excuse. Chelsea were much better than us, but we did look very tired. And I think just the amount of games is getting to Man City now because they played 50 games this season. They've won 40. And they think they've played 51 games this season. They've won 40 and they've lost 5 and they've drawn the other 4. So, sorry, they've drawn the other 6, I think it is. So yeah, we've had a pretty decent season overall, but yeah, it's just it's a bit too much. And to be honest, I don't think we'll win a treble. I think we'll probably win just the league or maybe the league and the League Cup, depending on what Spurs turn up on Sunday. But I don't know. It's going to be difficult.
Well, it's a League Cup final. And I honestly think you could win the Champions League this season.
I don't know.
F you to Florentino Perez. If you do.
I think we could have won the Champions League if we had De Bruyne. De Bruyne is our key Champions League player, and he's injured for PSG. So I think it's just going to be difficult.
Both legs, or just the first one?
Well, at first they were saying it was like a long-term injury. Now they're saying it's not as bad as they thought, but I think he'll still be out for probably at least the first leg, probably both. So depending on that, if he comes back for the second leg, we might have a chance. But I think by then we might be out of the competition because PSG have been wrapping up the competition in the first leg. So I don't think we'll be in a position to kind of save it by then.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You know what Neymar can be like?
Yeah.
He always tends to get injured when it matters the most.
Yeah, that's when it's his sister's birthday. His sister's birthday's in March.
So yeah, for you, if anyone's thinking, well, why is this Chelsea fan wearing a Bayern Munich shirt? I'm just protesting. It's in protest that the more I advertise my club, the more egotistical they will get with this Super League thing. So until they sort this out, I'm not wearing any of my club's merch on camera.
Yeah.
I have a Chelsea mosque, but I refuse to wear anything that is Chelsea related on camera now until they sort it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is why you're seeing me wearing a Bayern Munich shirt.
But yeah, in terms of the game, I thought City weren't great. They looked a bit tired. Chelsea were really good. Yeah, I think it could have been more to Chelsea, to be honest. I think 1-0 kind of makes
a goal disallowed at the end. We had a goal disallowed at the end.
Yeah, but I think even still, you could have been at least 1-0 up by half time, if not 2 or 3. And then in the second half, you had more chances. So yeah, I think 1-0 kind of flatters Man City. I don't think we were great in that game at all. We looked better when Foden and Gundogan came on.
I was scared of them.
I think he left it too late though, because I don't think they had the time. I think if they'd have come on at half time, Man City might have got the first goal, which would have changed everything. So
I think that game would have gone to extra time. In
Yeah.
my opinion, if we had both fielded a full strength team,
the
game would have gone to extra time at the
yeah,
minimum.
yeah,
At least extra time.
yeah, definitely.
So I would usually. So what lineup would you like to see in your next game?
Foden has to start. He's our best player at the moment. He's really on fire. Mahrez, another one who's been really, really good for us. I wouldn't play Ferran Torres because he's not been really getting into the game too much. Raheem Sterling's been on terrible form. So them two would drop out straight away for me. Gabby is not the best goal scorer. I would probably go with a false nine. But with De Bruyne being out, it's less of an option. We could still play Bernardo Silva up there and play Gundogan in the middle. We can do it. But I think because of that, we'll probably play Gabby up front, Bernardo Silva in the midfield with Gundogan, and then Rodri probably. Yeah, and then a back four, I'd go back to basics. I'd have Kyle Walker. Laporte played really, really well against Chelsea, so I think I would keep Laporte in. Diaz probably, and it might even be Laporte and Stones, and then play
Laporte at left back and keep the central partnership between Diaz and Stones.
Yeah, we could do. I think Zinchenko's been quite good for us. But yeah, I'd probably give Diaz a bit of a rest because we have got PSG coming up. So I'd probably give him a bit of a rest. Probably play Laporte and Stones, yeah. They played quite well together against Tottenham. So I think they'd be all right. I think they'd be okay with Kyle Walker and Zinchenko because they're kind of protected a little bit with Rodri in front, Gundogan, who can either go forward or come back, and Bernardo Silva. So I think they could do that. But yeah, that's who I'd go with. So yeah.
So who would you say the man of the match was for today's game?
I'd say overall, I would probably give it. I know Jorginho was really good for Chelsea. I think Ziyech, like he could have scored more than he did. I think he caused Man City a big problem. So I probably would have given it to him. But Jorginho was great in the midfield. In terms of Man City, if I had to pick a man of the match, I'd probably say Laporte or Foden. Foden was very good when he came on, but he didn't play the whole game. I think Laporte was decent. He didn't really make any mistakes. All of the mistakes were on Diaz's side. Really, Diaz and Stefan's mistakes more than Laporte. So yeah, I think Laporte did quite well, to be honest. So yeah, he would probably be my man of the match. So yeah, that's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
So, are you confident about the Carabao Cup final? Possibly the last ever trophy.
Do you know what? We tend to do well in the Carabao Cup. My only concern is that we're not on great form and we're playing a bogey side of ours. So going into a game that's as important as this is going to be, out of form against a side that beat us quite a few times. Yeah, I'm not confident. I think now Jose Mourinho's gone, it can go either way. It can either be the players are hyped up because the manager's gone and he'd lost the dressing room and the players are happy to, that he's gone and they want to win the trophy. Or it could be that tactically Pep outmasters the manager because it isn't Jose Mourinho. So it just depends on what sort of happens. And, I don't know, maybe they won't know which squad works best for them right now because Jose's gone and, different managers have different teams that they like or players that they like. So who knows? It might, but I think Spurs have to win this because I think they're going into this Super League. Everyone's already saying they've not won anything in this amount of years. I think they have to win this. I don't think Man City are really going to be too upset if they don't win 4 in 4. So they've won it the last 4 years. So for that reason, I don't think Man City will be like bending over backwards to try and win it. Obviously, it is a final, so they will hopefully turn up.
But Pep's mind will be on the Champions League semis.
Yeah.
Not the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, I forgot what I was going to type. Oh. So, anything else you want to say?
No, just I hope Man City do the right thing. And Chelsea.
Me too. I hope Chelsea do the right thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, look, all these if this European Super League doesn't go ahead,
yeah,
our teams, both teams in North London, and Liverpool, and both Manchester team and Man United, they deserve to go back to the National League South.
Yeah, they do.
Honestly, and I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people are saying. It's going to be, look, our South Coast opponents are going to be Havant and Waterlooville.
Yeah.
And
it's a mess, honestly.
Yeah, Salford City, Notts County, York City.
I just can't believe it. I'm hoping that City are the first ones to say something. I'm hoping Chelsea follow suit.
I hope we do.
And I'm hoping that Spurs follow suit. And then I think if we all leave, I think it crumbles, because I think a lot of like Liverpool and Arsenal will probably feel like, why are we here? And I think it'll crumble. Or if not, then Arsenal, Man United, and Liverpool go, which isn't a big loss to me. So
they're not going to do it. Look, I said it in our live stream. So many players have now come out against it. All the fans are against it. So many pundits have spoken against it. Jose Mourinho's been sacked for downing tools, for refusing to taking the players to training. Jurgen Klopp's spoken out.
The
players everyone's against this.
Yeah, it's true.
I think, if you give the players money, they'll probably say, okay, nah.
They won't. Not every player is all just about this time. We've seen players like Fernandinho paid £4 million of his own transfer fee because he wanted to join Man City. So these players that say, they're just all about money, that not all of them. Some of them, some of them will go for the money and go to be in the Super League. A lot of these players will probably say, I'm not doing it. So it's going to be a mess.
The majority of the players will do the right thing and say, no, we're not doing this.
Yeah. And they'll see what the fans are saying. And at the end of the day, these players, they care more about the fans than the clubs, because they have to interact with these fans on a daily basis. So, I think I can see it being a case of they just basically say, we're not going to do it. And then hopefully the clubs listen to the players. I think they have to. I think they're employees at the end of the day. They're not like fans where you can pick and choose a team. They're employees of that club. And I think they have to listen to them. And if every single player is against it, I'm not so sure that club can go ahead with it, regardless of what the owners think. So, I think
the owners will be bullied. Well, I wouldn't say bullied.
Yeah.
I would say they'll be
they'll have to,
This Super League thing will be in flames before it even starts.
Yeah. I think the reason why people are so annoyed is not even if it doesn't go ahead, I think people are still annoyed because the clubs were willing to sacrifice the Premier League for this thing, which is completely ridiculous. And, because they were saying yesterday that, we might not be in the Prem, and they still released a statement. So it's not like they rang up and said, wait a minute, if we get kicked out the Prem, it's not worth it. They were still going ahead with it. So I think fans are just annoyed, and I'm just hoping it crumbles. But, I can't even bother talking about it right now.
If it crumbles, all the top 6 teams that attempted to break away either deserve to be relegated or start the new season on a 30-point deduction.
Yeah. They should do something like that. They should.
Yeah, even a 30-point deduction or relegation. One of those two things has to happen.
Yeah.
Because we saw it happen with Juve.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they came right back up.
Yeah. I'm not so sure all 6 come back up. I think Man City will. I think Chelsea will. I think Man United will. I think Liverpool will. I'm not so sure the other 2 come straight back up. So
really, Arsenal and Tottenham, why not? If they managed to hold on to
I don't know.
the yin and the yang.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I'm just tired of this club at the moment. So, but yeah, thanks for having me anyway.
As always, would you like to shout your socials out so that people?
Yeah, they can find me at YanCity on Twitter, YanCity ENT on YouTube, or Sarcasm City podcast. So yeah, you can find me on YouTube.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube. My channel's called Nippon Sharma. My Twitter is the Nippon Sharma, and my Instagram is Nippon with 4 I's, a P, 3 U's, and an N. So you can follow me on all those places. So yeah, so yeah, I'll see you on the Sports City Q&A on Sunday then.
Okay, see you later.
See you.
Bye.
Oh, before you jump out, I have to end the broadcast.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you soon.